Sylvan's at work right now and she told me not to overdo it today, but I am going to medium do it. Hi friends, we're back to working on the house this week. Sylvan's been focusing on the bedroom, trying to get the plaster done on the walls so that we can finish the floor and then start sleeping in there, which is very exciting. Today, I'm focusing on something that we've been wanting to do for a really long time, which is kind of cleaning up and building a retaining wall for this giant slope of mud. I feel like a dung beetle. Yes, it fits perfectly. Worth it. Right, this feels like a good stopping point to go eat lunch.
I'm coming to you from the future to tell you about this week's video sponsor. So as excited as we are to get the indoors of the house done so we can move in and start living here, we're equally, if not maybe more excited to work on all the landscaping and gardening we can do around the house. So now that the excavation is done, you can see some of the big piles behind me, and we've put in our water lines and our electrical, we can finally focus on making the outside and the side yard a functional, beautiful, and wildlife-friendly space. So we're going to be putting in a big perennial pollinator garden, and that brings us to this week's sponsor, which is Cyan Oasis. Cyan Oasis makes these unique, really beautiful sculptural wind spinners, and they sent us one to put in our new garden. I personally love yard tchotchkes and garden art, so I'm really excited to see how this wind spinner enlivens the space, even with it being early spring and not that much growing yet. So we'll show you where we place it toward the end of the video. And they're also having a big Mother's Day sale going on right now, so if you or your mother would like one of these beautiful wind spinners, check out the link in our video description for that discount code. Now we've still got some work to do on the hillside before we can really get the garden going, plant some plants, and put up the spinner. So let's get back to Jordan and see how he's doing on that rock wall.
All right, I'm really happy with this corner. I can walk across it without things budging. I'm sure I didn't do everything perfectly, but in my book, that is a pretty solid rock wall. So now I'm gonna fill in behind it with some topsoil. So when our excavator was clearing the spot for the foundation, we asked him if he could put all the topsoil in a big pile before he started getting into the subsoil, which you can see over there. That's what we'll be using to plaster the walls. But this is all that rich topsoil. You can see it's already got stuff growing out of it. So I'm gonna start taking this one wheelbarrow load at a time back over to build up the garden area. While I was digging the topsoil, I uncovered this little beauty. This is hopness, which is a native edible plant. These are basically like little tubers that you can eat like a potato. It's not that common in our region, but it grows all over the farm. So we're doing our best to propagate it and keep it thriving. So I'm gonna put this back in the soil. I'm really happy with how this looks so far. I love these big flat stones. I think I want to put one more right there because they're basically like benches. We can have a couple seats in the corner of the courtyard. They still have a lot of mud on them from being embedded in the ground, but when we get a little bit of rain, it'll clear that off and this is going to look so beautiful. But I'm calling it for today. We'll get back at it tomorrow. So this is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
We have been going on the line here, and then when we get to this post, we wanted to turn and go up this hill. I stuck the shovel in to excavate a hole for this spot.
Hoping we could move that giant rock and roll it down to fit into it.
Right. And look what we hit when trying to dig that hole. An enormous boulder, angled perfectly where we wanted it to go. The land always wanted to have a stone wall right here.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
good progress on the wall, but we have some blueberry plants that we transplanted from our old place, and we've been kind of just storing them in a temporary spot so their roots are in the ground. But I want to get them transplanted into their permanent home as soon as possible because you really don't want them to be fully leafed out when you're digging them up and moving them. One of the nice things about blueberries, other than them being delicious and really good for you, full of antioxidants, is that the plants are totally fine growing in really poor soil. They actually prefer very acidic soil, and they can grow in really shallow soil because their roots stay really close to the surface. They kind of grow right underneath the top of the soil line. So I think they'll do really well here where we had to build up some clay for the driveway berm, but we're gonna put a nice layer of topsoil and compost on top of that. Yeah, some of the places where you'll find blueberries growing in the wild are rocky mountaintops with really shallow soil. So they're gonna feel right at home here. Has some heft to it. It's not like a cheap piece of aluminum that's gonna bend in the wind.
Good.
So that's,
We want it to
that's good.
spin in the wind.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. That's making cool shadows. We are feeling really good about this rock retaining wall, especially now that spring is really in full swing. It's nice to have something that gives us a little reassurance that during those heavy rains that we get so often this time of year, the hillside won't just slide down into the house. Taking a quick break to do this outside project has made us really eager to keep going with landscaping around the house. But we're trying to cool our jets and, let this be for now and hopefully come back to it very soon once we're living in here. So with that being said, we have a pretty exciting weekend coming up. We have a plaster party, so we've just kind of sent out an open invitation to a bunch of friends and family to see who wants to come by and help us slap some mud on our walls. And then our nephews are also on spring break, and they're gonna come by and check out the house, and I think we can convince them to stomp in the mud and smear some on the walls as well. Yeah.
Can somebody help me?
No, you got it.
So start mixing it together. We want to start putting clay down.
So it overlaps with the clay?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to mix it all together.
Woo!
Squish
Stop
it.
watering my skin! It's getting all mushity-bushity.
Yeah. And see how like that looks like sand and that looks like clay? We want it all to look the same, like a mixture of both.
That's called homogeneous.
Yeah. What's
And if I'm poop, this is actually what elephant poop looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like elephant poop.
Oh, mamacita!
Yeah, we were not looking forward to doing this part because it's hard to reach, but you guys are killing it. Why don't you work right here? Yeah, you could work your way up to there.
Look at this big
whole,
one,
like,
Mom.
Wow.
Nice. Bye-bye wires.
Yeah, cover up those ugly wires. Oh boy! Clyde, is it okay to get messy? Yeah.
It's the best
It's always easier to work either from a spot you've already done or into a spot you've already done because the clay really likes to stick to other clay. That's why we put the clay
keep a wet
slip on.
edge is what it's called.
Yeah, so I'll just like work out like this. So it's more about getting a really good connection where it's like becoming a part of the Strawbale wall.
And also, this is just the first of a couple base coats, so it doesn't have to look pretty at all. This is just getting the bales covered.
Yeah, feel free to plaster. For sure winter, so that probably was part of it. But when we first were setting up the wash and pack, cracked, like you pour that concrete in there, I think we'll find out.
Right now, but probably I think some people probably forgot too, but there are structured activities like all the way through it.
Anywhere that looks like that, so it's pretty like
Show the cameo, the true star of the show.
You guys are getting paid for it.
Yeah, true. Wow. Right. We didn't take a ton of footage of our festivities over the weekend because we wanted, you know, to be in the moment and not have cameras in people's faces. But we are so happy with how much was accomplished during our plaster parties. So we had a bunch of friends and family come out over the course of 2 days, plus another day when our nephews came out to check things out. And yeah, we got a ton of base coat plaster on the walls. You can see I'm in the future kitchen right now, and it's almost done other than the very top of the wall there with base coat plaster. And then upstairs as well, we got a bunch done. And then my friends Annie and Sarah, who came with me to the natural building workshops over the past couple of years, just really crushed it in making a bunch of extra plaster for Jordan and I to work on today. And we're going to laser focus on the bedroom and upstairs bathroom walls because our hope is that we can get that done and have the floor done and the finish coat in the next few weeks and actually be able to move into that room. So let's see what we can get done today.
All right, so these are going to be 88 inches long. Watch yourself.
Woohoo!
Wanna plaster it?
Yeah.
Cool. Another thing that we got out of this weekend was we finally put paper down on the stairs so people didn't have to climb up and down the ladder. Now this is something we could have done a month ago, but it's like when you don't clean your house for a while and then you invite people over and you finally clean everything and you should have just cleaned it before. It's one of those situations.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
challenge.
Upside down plastering. All right, I'm gonna go put up more lath. You have fun with that.
I will.
Cool. It's coming together.
Oh yeah. Some nice swoopy angles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be so cool when it's smoothed over. That's it.
Sturdy. Get ready to put our ceiling fan up.
There you go.
I read the instruction booklet. Jordan does the screwing.
It's good partnership. Starting to look like a fan.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, now you just crunch all those wires up there. And it's done.
And then you just look at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do
It's
anything.
magic. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I guess you can just hand spin
It's
it.
a manual fan.
Okay, so then you insert the neutral, the white wire, into one of the free holes of the white wire quick connect.
Okay. A good thing to remember when you're doing electric is red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow.
I thought that was,
I think it's electric.
that's a snake. This is so funny to be screwing the switch into this wall. It looks so archaic right now.
right. They just.
I mean, it is. It's a funny combination.
All right, cool. Gonna this thing's up here looking like C3PO. Shove these wires.
Oh, I wish
in.
it talked like C3PO.
Why
No,
don't you do your?
no, I actually don't. I take it back.
C3PO was kind of smarmy.
Yeah, it could be.
All right.
Ready?
Let her rip.
Okay.
Boom.
Woo! I can see
All right. We got a fan and we got a light.
Okay, so you ready for the grand reveal?
Yeah.
I wasn't asking you, you've seen it.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh yeah, I was there.
yeah,
I
you were
forgot.
there. This is what we got done over the past, I guess 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So last time you saw it, there was hardly any plaster on the walls, and now all of them have at least 2 coats of base plaster.
And we have a full bathroom and closet
Yes, this
built.
is the closet area.
Obviously, we still need to finish plastering these,
Yeah.
but the rooms are there.
Yes, they are rooms now.
Yeah. Here's the bathroom. It's a
Bathroom.
little dark in here because we haven't put the light in yet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that'll be the shower. Someone's demonstrating.
Yeah, that's what you do in the bathroom. That's one of the
Yeah.
things. But we do have a light in here and a
We
fan
just finished that. Perfect timing.
and a bunch of electrical outlets that are wired.
Yeah,
and
we're
ready
no
to
longer
use.
dragging extension cords around the house.
So really all that's left is finish coat plaster, finishing the drawers over here.
Oh yeah, we haven't showed them the drawers
Yes,
yet.
so we have the beginnings of our drawers.
We made these from the old barnwood siding.
They haven't been finished,
No,
obviously.
and they're not very good at holding stuff right now because we didn't put the
Whoops.
bottoms in. But,
But they're
yeah.
gonna be great.
So they'll be built right into the wall there as our dresser.
Ooh, soft clothes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we got to do those. We've got to do the floor.
I
we've
like
gotta
I like this floor.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's rustic.
And we've got to do the finished coat of plaster, and then it's ready to go.
Then we'll move the
So-
bed in. Yes.
Yay! And a windowsill.
Oh right.
We're gonna need
Nice.
a piece of barnwood for that, but
Yeah,
we did
that's
get
gonna be
the
beautiful.
base coat plaster on, which is very exciting. So all in all, I'd say we're pretty pleased with the progress so far, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This has been a big couple of weeks, and we'll continue to take you along and show you how things shape up.
Home stretch,
Yeah.
so to speak.
All right.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
A home stretch.
It's good.
All right.
Okay. Bye.